Hey guys, my name's Ari and I'm here with Bushra from Khadlaj. I wanted to put Kyle in the hot seat and ask her some questions. So I wanted to make sure that I was asking certain things that I feel like my community would want to know, especially from a woman in business, a woman who is in a male-centric business. So, Bushra, if you could be a fragrance, what would you be? It could be any fragrance that is already existing, or maybe even an olfactive category, like a fruity scent or a spicy scent.
Okay.
What fragrance would you be, love?
I think I would be a Fury.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Because I feel like I can resonate with white flowers. I love white flowers. I love lily of the valley, gardenia,
Oh, I love that too.
slight bit of almond fragrances, hazelnut fragrances.
Oh, I love those scents too. I have a whole video on my favorite almond fragrances. Check that out. And I wanted to ask you a little bit more of a tougher question. And with Khadlaj's rise in success, with the whole virality, putting your brand directly at the forefront of the fragrance scene, how have you been able to navigate that journey, and how have you been able to scale that business to still serve your customers in a way that feels very good to you?
Okay, so this will be a very detailed answer because first of all, our father, because we are like two siblings, we are Mr. Asif. I call him Asif Bhai because in Hindi it's Bhai for brother.
Sure.
He's my older brother. He's my role model. He's a guardian to me, and he's like a second father figure to me because he's 12 years older to me, right?
Oh.
So both of us have been inculcated with the values of, not overcharging your products. Unless there is like a issue, like for Harim Sultan, it was in high demand. So we had to get the product by air, all the components of the fragrance by air, and that really costs us. So we need something for the bread and butter. So,
Sure.
And then we do not charge a margin for the brand. We do not add the brand price. So that's one thing that feels good, that we've been taught not to charge more than, it's required. And then, we have the values of being down to earth. So this really helps us. So, we're quite humble, and I mean, it would be more like talking good about myself, but I don't want to do that. But we've been taught to be humble and to be down to earth. So it's a really good feeling because it's a family. We have perfume talks on our dining table.
Oh,
Yeah. As a child, I just with these eyes, I've just seen my father create in his lab, standing for hours in his lab, and sometimes he used to do the distillation for oud, and that's how he started basically. So I've seen him,
I didn't know that.
I've seen him open his arms to the modernity that my brother brought into the business. So I've witnessed the growth of Khadlaj, and honestly, it's a really good feeling.
Oh, it's a perfect answer. That is an absolute amazing answer. That message is invested in me. I just am a girl who saw a fragrance that someone was talking about and fell in love with it and wanted to smell good and told everybody else about it,
Yeah.
or wanted to share it with other people. So it was completely organic, completely mutual. So I was so in love with that. And the response has just been insane. And what you guys have been able to do has been absolutely incredible. I've had such a good time
Thank you.
just like smelling all of the fragrances. And I have to pull out one of my favorites right here because this is incredible.
My favorite too.
Really? Yeah, and I mean, oh, I'm just getting ready to ask you if you had a favorite one. Now I know.
I love Harim. I love Karus. I love the Musk blend. And I'm just so excited to share the new ones that are there. Yeah, the gourmand range, the coffee range. We have the bakery range as well. We have the cakes.
Oh my gosh, this one has been a fast favorite. This one right here specifically, if I can just gush about it for a little bit, it smells very realistic like chocolate. Like I've smelled other fragrances that have pipe chocolate notes in them, and I have a whole video on chocolates, of course. But this is one of the most realistic kind of nutty chocolates. It's like a rich dark chocolate with a bit of like an almond cashew whatever else in there, and it's got like a lightness, like a lactonicness nature to it, but it still stays rich at the same time. I have another question for you.
Sure.
If you had a perfect fragrance combo that is an absolute 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10, what would it be? Either Khadlaj or otherwise. Well,
Okay.
I'm sure we're going to have a Khadlaj fragrance.
So this comes from my perfume teacher, Miss Mary. Yeah. She's a perfumer.
Oh,
And I happened to share Harim Sultan, Trust, and Must Blend with her. And she really liked Trust. So, like, I take that from there, and then Harim Sultan with Trust will also go right.
oh wow! I have to try that one. I've never.
I have tried it, and I was like, maybe there should be another perfume on itself, but then, it's better to be blending because, see, the oil application in itself is perfect. Like, you can't make this into a spray. Like, we have it into a spray, but then it has a little bit of, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I get it.
But the oil is going to be the original, always.
Yes.
So when you have this, this facet, and then you mix it with the spray, the Trust, I think it'll go really well. Also, Must Blend is one perfume which will go well with everything.
No, it really will because you guys were so generous in gifting me Musk and the Musk Blend earlier. I have been spraying that literally since I got it, and I was thinking about it as I was smelling it, and I was pulling apart what I could sense from the nose. It's such a beautiful, airy skin set.
Yes.
I can easily see myself wearing it on so many different occasions. It's so beautiful. I just, you guys knock it out the park every time. Actually, another question I want to ask is, outside of your family, what other perfumers and noses do you look up to or admire?
Okay. So, of course, my teacher, Miss Murray, I mentioned, I really admire her because when I work with her in school, I see how perfectly she's able to balance out my formulations, and that's the best thing ever. Last but not the least, but I should have named it first, is my dad. My dad is my favorite perfumer.
Culturally, fragrance is so different. What has fragrance, outside of the obvious, I suppose, what has fragrance meant to you? How has it helped you or grow into your own?
Okay. So, perfumes are a big part of my life because I've grown up with them. It has shaped me as a person because we make fragrances to make other people happy. We just want to see everyone happy around. But then at the same time, we need to look after ourselves again. So first one should be able to take care of themselves and then look after everyone. So this is how we do it. First of all, of course, we do the market research, but we see which fragrance makes a smile to our face. And we're like, okay, if this works, then this should work for everyone as well. So we're, taking care of ourselves, but at the same time, we're making everybody happy. We're putting smile on everyone's faces with our fragrances. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, I love that. That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm taught that wearing good fragrance and being well dressed is a form of good manners.
Yes. And it makes everybody happier.
Exactly. It makes people around you happier. It shows them respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. It's great talking to you. And welcome to Dubai once again. And thank you for giving us the pleasure to host you and to be there for you. Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Nante por bit.
Of course. Already.